Hi, this is AJ for AJ's Hiking Adventure, and today we are going to continue on our journey on Diamond Creek Road. So why don't we all get on our hiking boots, get us some water and a hiking stick and go on this wonderful adventure to see what we all can see. Now I gotta tell you, I have walked this several times and I like it. Always have. I walked it down here when there was snow. I walked down here when it was raining or lightly raining. I just like this road all in all. It's a good road. A very, very good road to walk on. See? Well, since we're looking at the creek, I'm going to tell you how I got its name. Somebody, and I don't know what the name of the road was before, but somebody was doing something in the creek, working or doing something, and they found a huge diamond, uncut diamond. And anyway, the story is that that's how it got its name. I had to check up on that. That's what my grandma said, so if grandma says it, it's probably true. I never known her to lie to me. Now we're going to go real slow up this hill, folks. A friend made a saying, well, a former boss, said an inch makes it cinch, but a yard makes it hard. So let's just do it 1 inch at a time and it'll be easier. Smaller footsteps. Now I'm going to make a suggestion here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my my hiking buddies. If you haven't walked or done this for a while, don't do it. Start off something small and build up to something like this. See more trash. This hill is going to be the hardest hill, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, let's all take our time and we'll get through it together. Someone lost their cat, ladies and gentlemen. I can't ever imagine. And I'll blot out the telephone number. But I can't imagine losing a cat. I lost it for a week, thought I'd never see it again. But it came home. Like a good little kitty should. And that cat had never been out before in its life. His name is Tigris, named for the Tigris River. He is a Maine Coon cat. I got him in November of 2 years ago. It's still September. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. See that? That is a rattlesnake. I'm not going to hurt it. It's some type of snake. But I'm not going to hurt it. See, did you see how it humped up its head? Rattlesnakes and copper. I think rattlesnakes do that a lot. Here we got rattlesnakes, we got timber rattlesnakes, we got copperheads. We got a lot of other gardening snakes out there. But if you see a long black snake with a white belly, that is a eastern rat snake. Don't kill those. Those are the ones that can kill and eat the rattlesnakes and copperheads. In North Carolina, where I'm from, it is against the law to kill rattlesnakes. But I'm going to tell you this. If they're in my yard and they could do my wife or me harm, or one of my outdoor cats harm, I'm going to kill it. I don't care what the law says. Now rattlesnakes, they don't want to bite you, because they need their venom for other smaller things. So what they'll do to warn you is they'll rattle their tail. And that's them saying, hey buddy, back off. Copperheads, they don't. They just go right at you. But maybe that was just a plain old garden snake, because he didn't rattle its tail. He just lifted his head up and he ran for it. Rattlesnakes and copperheads tend to stand the ground. Now this is one of the hardest hills to climb. Excuse me, folks. When I first took this hill and walked it, had to stop about 2 or 3 times to catch my breath. I am walking up here a little bit slower. I am taking my breath. Don't be afraid to stop and rest if you have to. Can you hear that? That's someone making their own electricity. No, I'm fine. I'm YouTubing. And there are people that will stop and ask if you're okay. Oh, this hill's hard, folks. Whew. See the sweat? Remember, if you can't walk a hill, don't be embarrassed or ashamed. This is actually my first real hike since February. Yeah, February. When we get across the bridge, the creek, I'm going to take a little rest. I'm not Superman. A lot of times when I hike, I don't take anything with me to eat. That's probably what the problem is. I'm not so much tired. It is my legs that are sore. As I said in the first video here, it's going to be easy coming down, but a pain in the butt going up. Now we're on level ground. When we cross the creek, I'm going to turn. I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to leave the camera running. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got across the creek again, but I'm going to take a picture of it. I could walk over there, but my feet are going to get wet. So let's cross right here. See, it's not very deep. I'm going to do my backpack here. And we're going to sit down here. See, this is where I sit. I'm going to take a little break. Okay. I'm going to I may not, you're not going to hear me see my face, but I'm going to talk for a minute while I'm resting. Hiking boots. When you get hiking boots, you get a good quality hiking boots. And you could go to RAIA or IR, something like that. I forgot the name, or Cabolas, or if you're sporting goods stores, and get hiking boots. Get something that's comfortable to walk in. Now I'm just wearing plain old tennis shoes today. Okay? But what you do, ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can't get you on camera here. I'm going to prop you up against some stuff. I don't know if you can see me or not. If you can't, that's okay. You get yourself, if you wear a size 8 boot or 8 shoe, size 8, whatever size you wear, you can always get half size bigger. Like if you wear a 8, you get 8.5. If you wear a 9, you get 9.5. If you wear a 9.5, you get size 10. And the reason is that when you're hiking, your feet may swell up, okay? Because you're not used to the walking, you're not used to the shoe. And the biggest mistake a lot of people do is they take your feet off to relax. And when you do that, your foot gets bigger. And for those that have gone hiking, you know what I'm talking about. So if you get a half size or even a size bigger than what you normally wear, you'll be able to pull your foot out of the boot, relax your feet, stretch them out, whatever, relax them. You'll be able to put them back inside your boot, your hiking boots. Now, because I have hiked for so long, my boots are, I think my feet are 9s. I used to wear 9.5s and 10s, but because I've been hiking for so long, I can hike with 9s. size 9. But I recommend you don't do that. Okay? I recommend you don't do that. I recommend that you wear a half size or even a size bigger than what you normally wear. And that way, if your feet don't swell up and it gets cold weather, you can put another layer of socks on too, like I do sometimes. But I just normally wear my foot size because I've been hiking for so long. But if I know there's a trail I'm going on that I haven't been on before, and I don't know what the territory is, if it's a modded or expert or whatever, I will wear a size, once a half size or a size bigger than what I normally wear. I've been using my wife's bottle here. It's United Healthcare. She never used it, so I've been using it, and it's real great. You got that there, you got this, you could hook up to your backpack or whatever, or you could walk around with it like this. What I like about it is that you push a button right here. See this button? Push it right here and go pop. And if you're in bear country, I suggest you have bear spray with you. Not just pepper spray, but bear spray. That way you could use it on the bears. Or if you got a mountain lion or cougar, there's the same thing. Mountain lion, cougar, puma. You could spray them. Wolves or coyotes, you could spray them with the same thing. They'll run. Now you heard of eating fiddle. Fiddle. That's where the fern is starting to come out. Well, what a lot of people don't tell you is that you can eat the leaves. Like what you see me do. It's a little bitter. But you could use them as salad greens. An 80-year-old lady said you could use them as salad greens. That's a little bitter. I don't like something that bitter. But I usually eat the fiddleheads when they're just starting to come up. And anyway, I had to stop there. That hill is a little rough. The next one's going to be rougher. Not the next one, the one after this, next one. The hill after next, I guess you could say. It's going to be about a mile long. It's not as steep as this last one we just did. But it's going to be a rough one. So you may see me take a lot of breaks. As I said, this is my first hike since, this is my second hike. My first hike was done in the city of Brevard. It's a walking trail, an all-purpose walking trail level for very little hills. That's a beginner's trail. This one is my first real hike since February. And it's roughly about, let's say, a mile long. That's just a guess, I don't know. I should come down with my truck and push a mileage thing and just go down it. Then I can let you guys know. Anyway, guys, we're over half done, but we still got quite a bit of hike left to do. So let me get my backpack on. Have you guys ever went on trails and you always said to yourself, I wish I didn't go on this trail? By the time I get done with this hike and this trail, with this road here, I'm going to wish I didn't do it. Because sometimes at the end of this hike, going up that hill, steep hill, I get dizzy. Because I didn't eat nothing. So, let's get going here. I'm going to try to get a video out every Sunday night, Saturday or Sunday. And if you want to look for gold, see that? That's the place to go and look. Well, I guess that's it for this video. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story what happened to me one time. I was at Netarts, Oregon. Yes, you heard right, Netarts, Oregon. I was 7 miles from it actually. And I was at a campground called Cape Lookout. And one day, I walked from the campground to Netarts. Well, about a mile from it because there was a levee there you couldn't get past. And I turned around and went back, and that was 14 miles. Then I decided to go another 10 miles up over the mountain and back to Cape Lookout. And there's a big rock that overhangs a cliff, and you can go and take a look at miles and miles and miles of ocean. Well, by the time I got done doing all that, I walked 24.4 miles in one day. That was on the sand, on the beach, and on hiking trails in bear country. And I gotta tell you, my feet hurt so bad. That I had blisters on top of blisters. And so what I did is after I got back to the campground, believe it or not, I took a long shower. Here's somebody going fast. Hold on. And I took a shower, a hot shower, for about an hour. For about a whole hour. I took pictures along the way and whatever. And that was one of the neatest walks I did. I know. How could you say that? Even though I was hurting real bad. At the end of the day, I slept good. I had a lot of food with me. And I miss that. I miss those long hikes. That was the longest hike I ever did, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, here's something. You know the state of Illinois? That everybody says Illinois? It's Illinois. The IS is silent. And for people that says Oregon, that's the wrong way of saying it. It's Oregon. I hate when people say, oh, so you're from the state of Oregon. No, I'm not. I'm from the state of Oregon. But I miss those hikes. You know, I really do. Those, those were the good hikes, ladies and gentlemen. hike set, you know that you could go to bed that night and you didn't care if someone was shooting a gun right next to you or dogs were barking because you were so tired you could just sleep. Well, you want to hear what I did that was crazy? I got up the next day. I walked another 7 miles the next day. Yeah, I know. Some of my best times were on that highway. On that trail, excuse me. On hiking trails, and I walked a tiny bit of Pacific Coast Trail out by Mount Hood area. I walked around Clear Lake. I walked around a lot of those lakes. I was in bear territory, and you'd see claw marks from bears on the trees. I was so into it that I could lay on my stomach and have a wild Canadian goose come up to me, and I could almost feed it by hand. That's one of the washouts. Washes out. Then you have to put rocks down to keep it from sliding. I'm doing this hike with only 4 or 5 hours of sleep. You may say, oh, that should be enough energy. Maybe. Maybe not. But with me, I should have did this with more sleep, but I didn't. I wanted to get some videos made before too long. This part's the easy part. See that hill we're coming up to, folks? That's about a mile long, half mile long, somewhere around there. That's going to be hard. Not as hard as that last one we did in the last episode. Now, back in June 2022, I got real deathly sick from 2 infections. One was a urinary tract infection and a blood infection. And they had a special name with those two put together. And it would have normally killed me. I was in a hospital for 2 weeks. Cost over $115,000. I was lucky the hospital wrote it off because I didn't have the money to pay for it. And here I am, I'm able to walk these hills. Well, not so much now because I'm out of breath, I'm out of shape, but back then I could walk these hills and walk long distances, and here I am at the house or trailer, walk around in the kitchen front room floor with a walker. I never thought I would ever get back to this again, folks. And then one day, when my wife was in Oregon visiting her parents, I decided to start hiking again. And it was on flat ground. And I was doing 4 or 5 videos a day, like what I am now, but not on roads like this. Guys, I regret doing this hill today. Should have did it with more sleep. You know what, folks? I have no choice. I have to walk it. I have to get home. Anyway, what I'm saying is if you don't continue doing what you're doing, you'll lose what you got, like what I did, what I have. Lately, I've been sitting home watching YouTube, trying to figure out how to get my YouTube channel to grow. And this is just sucking the wind out of me. It's actually kind of embarrassing. I got a backpack with maybe a gallon of water. And a gallon of water weighs about 18 pounds. Somewhere around there, 13 to 18 pounds. Oh boy. I'm not used to this, and I'm sorry, folks. I hope I can get some likes and subscribe buttons for this one. See, June of last year, back in April and May, I could walk this whole hill with no problems, folks. Because I was walking all the time. And I'm not scared of walking, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not scared of hiking. See, it's not my lungs that's hurting. It's my legs, because my legs are out of shape. But I told you that when I do these videos, I am not going to cut any video. You're going to see and experience what I am going through. hiking, it's not always easy. Sometimes you gotta go through the pain to grow, to do bigger and harder trails. And that's what I'm doing. I'm breaking myself back into this. You might see me stumble around a little bit, and that's okay. But I'm going to give you a little piece of advice in life. If it's hard, don't quit. And if there's something you're doing and you can't do it good, keep doing it, because one day you'll be able to do it good. And when that day comes, you're going to be so happy and ecstatic. I'm rooting for all you people. There may be some out there. Hold on. Another car coming. Some of you may have received a bad injury where you can't walk good right now. You may be on crutches or temporarily in a wheelchair. Don't give up. If you want to walk again, you'll walk again. It's all in the mindset. Okay? Keep doing what you got to do. Now, I may stop a lot of times, catch my breath, but I'm not going to give up. Okay? I will not give up. Because if you give up, you never win. You give up, you never see the finish line. And if you give up, ladies and gentlemen, you're missing out on a chance of a lifetime. Now I'm not saying if you break your leg or break your ankle to continue on hiking. Yeah, you may have to stop for a while. You may have to stop, get yourself a crutch, and start walking around with a crutch. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? You continue on, and you'll do it. I'm going to sit down and take a break. I'm not going to quit, but I'm going to relax for a bit. I need water. Now I'm doing this in the cooler of the day. As I said, it's September. You probably won't see this video until October sometime. But that's okay. As I said, I make a whole bunch of videos